Good morning, everybody. I am so excited to be here again today. Once again, I have great projects to share with you, and I'm very, very excited. I wanted to let you know that my product spotlight of the week was the Brights collection. So when I was thinking about what I was going to do for today's Facebook Live, I decided that I was going to do something with the Brights color collection. There are so many fun colors, so many bright and cheery colors. With springtime coming, I think bright and cheery, and let's lift those spirits, let's get going, and let's have some fun. And the suite that I'm featuring today is certainly all that. It is the How Sweet It Is bundle, How Sweet It Is suite, and it's the, I don't know, you may be backwards until I switch you, but anyway, it's on page 14 and 15 of the Occasions catalog, and it features the Sweetest Things stamp set, which is beautiful. It has all kinds of jars, candies to fill those jars. It has some tags, and it has some great sentiments for making it fun to accent treats. So that's the first thing of that bundle. And then it has the matching jar of sweets framelits. And I haven't heard that they're low inventory yet, but if it's something that you like, if you like to have birthday parties, if you like to do favors, you would certainly want to have this suite. It comes with the sweet cups, which are really, really fun. I'm going to show you a project that I made with that. The Coastal Cabana Granny Apple Green ribbon is part of that. It's a dual-sided ribbon. It's almost, I think it's like a satiny type of ribbon. Easy to tie. And so fun. I love both the blue and the green. So what do? Well, you use that ribbon and then you've got both, if you can't figure it out. It has the sweet pins and tags. And these little pins, they're almost like safety pins. And I have to admit, I haven't quite figured out how to open them yet, but I was able to get one open last night, totally by accident. And I'm going to show you how I use that. Again, on the sweet cup, I used the little pin. I was going to use the tag, but I used a longer sentiment. So I'll show you what I did with that. But fun tags, they have a nice little glossy edge, making them fun, and they're already pre-cut. So you don't even need a framelit for that. You just need to, you could use the Sweets for You stamp set on that, or the Happy Birthday, and you're all set to go. So that's another item there. And then, there is a matching cardstock pack. It has Coastal Cabana, Gorgeous Grape, and Melon Mambo cardstock in it. And then there's the designer paper, and I'm going to show you the designer paper. So, this is the designer paper, and I've got little bits and pieces of all of them because of what I've been using already to create and have fun. So this is a Melon Mambo diagonal stripe. Love it. On the back are gumball machines. I don't think there's a framelit for this one. I could be wrong. Maybe the framelit does match that. I'm going to have to check. But anyway, what I wanted to do, I bought gumballs. I wanted to do a treat, didn't get to it. So I'm going to have to share that on the Facebook page later. I love this colorful, cheerful diagonal stripe. So cute. So beautiful. I wish they had about 17 of these. And then on the back is another nice little Melon Mambo print. This one, this is hard because I love the cupcakes. I wish there was a framelit for that. They're easy to cut out though, and I did. And I'll show you a project I did with that. And I actually cut out a lollipop too. And I have so many ideas. I'm going to have to share them through the week. But anyway, so the hard part is I like the back too. It's a Coastal Cabana print, and it's really nice. It's like a polka dot, and you know me and polka dots. I love it. Gingham, polka dots, love it. This one, now I should check this out while I got this. This one is all kinds of jars, and those jars are able to be cut out. Now, you can't cut out the gumball machine. It's not the right size, but there are the 3 framelits, and they've already got the candies in there. So you can either cut out these 3, or you can stamp your own multiples and cut out and decorate them the way you want. So you don't have to use these colors. And on the back is a pink and blue. This could be baby. I'm thinking it's also fun for Easter. So I'm going to show you how I decorated my sweet cup with this paper. So my favorite another one of my favorites. Oh, I can't have too many favorites, but I do. This is the purple. It matches the Highland Heather and the Gorgeous Grape. I absolutely love this paper. And then of course it has a Coastal Cabana Bermuda Bay stripe on the back, which I love. This one I'm not as crazy about, but I found a way to use it. And then I have to tell you, on the back are gummy bears. So, fun stuff. So, let me show you my projects for today. I'm actually going to flip you, or try to flip you. So hang in there. And we are going down. And I think I've got you in a good spot so I can show you. So you should be right side up. This is going to be the first time I think I'm going to do it right side up. But anyway, this card features some of the paper that I showed you. The cupcakes, the lollipops. Wishing you a lovely day. I'm pretty sure, in fact I know, it's from the Forever Lovely stamp set. That was kind of a Valentine's stamp set, but I have to say, wishing you a lovely day is a good sentiment for every day. So I cut out one of the lollipops and stuck that under this Gorgeous Grape taffeta ribbon. So that's a fun birthday card. Or just a lifting your spirits card. This card is also another simple card. I used the stripe that I was showing you at first. I used the Berry Burst satin ribbon, and I tied it just in a knot. This Berry Burst ribbon is going to go, and it matches this paper really well, so get it while you can. Then of course I used this ripple folder, and I can't remember the name of it, but it looks like waves or it looks like icing, and if you look at it you can see that it will go with either, you know, you can do it either direction, and it picks up the light, and it looks very 3D. And then I just cut out a cupcake and added some rhinestones and a couple of framelits, and that's it. My third card is a little bit more complicated. It's not bad, but it was a little bit more complicated. This, I did it on Daffodil Delight paper. Originally I wanted to do it with Coastal Cabana, but it looked a little bit too busy, and this is so nice and bright. Used the ribbon, I used the doilies. These doilies were a celebration item last week. Too bad they're gone, but I did get a couple of packages. Some of the rectangular framelits to cut out both of these shapes. And then I stamped and cut these out. And I could have stamped the candies and colored them, but these are some of the shapes that are in the bundle. They emboss and cut. So I was able to do a couple, and I did a little lollipop too. So that's that fun card. Stamp the treats, and there you go. Before I keep going, I want to make sure that you guys are sharing this video. Share it, like it, make sure that everybody knows that I'm on here. If you do share it, I will be posting it to, I will be sending you a little thank you. So anyway, so this is the Sweet Treat cup. The cup comes the plain color like it is here. But I went on Pinterest and I went to somebody's blog, and they had a template, and what they did and what you could do if you can't find this particular template, you could actually you could take one of your cups apart, sacrifice one of them, trace it, and then you've got a nice design here for it. But I believe her name was Elaine, the girl or the lady that I downloaded the template from. And I was able to make this. I used the paper that I was talking about before. These are one of the pins, and I would have used the tag, except I wanted to use this nice long sentiment. Make it a sweet celebration. Of course, the Granny Apple Green. If you tie it nice and tight, you can actually slide it up further, and it'll stay put. But you might want to put a glue dot under there too. But then this is one of the jars from that paper. I just cut it out. So nice little favor. Inside, filled with kisses. Yum. Okay, my next project is, I used the baker's box, and I made a cute little gift for somebody. I just added a couple of strips of paper. The box itself is 4 1/4 inches wide, both wide and long. And I believe it's exactly 2 inches deep, but I had to use a piece of 12 by 12 paper
that I cut into a 1.5 inch strip here to wrap around for the belly band. And then I stamped this, and I used one of the frosted flower embellishments. That'll be back soon. Then, because I needed to put a cupcake in there, one cupcake slides all over the place, so I have to show you what I did. Okay, don't mind the cupcake. It really is going to be a really good cupcake. I've had one already. I might have to have this one when I finish. So anyway, I made the box bottom here for the cupcake. And what I did was, it was 4¼ inches, and then I added an inch on each side. So 6¼ inches long and wide. And then I scored it at 1 inch on all 4 sides, and I cut out the little corner. And then I used a framelit that I measured by sliding the cupcake into the framelit. And it's probably, well, let's see, I've got my thing right here. It looks like it's about 2¼ inches wide. So a round framelit that's 2¼ inches wide. This slips right in there. Oh, too bad I got some icing on my hands. I'm going to have to eat that. And then I just slid this in the box, close the box, and then I put the belly band back on. So that's a cute little gift to give somebody for their birthday. My next project, I'm actually going to show you how to make this project. This is a little 3x3 box. No, it's not. It's 3 inches wide by 1.5 inches. And it's a real simple box. Inside, I put some strawberries and cream lint truffles. 2 of them fit perfectly. Now I'm going to show you how to make this real quick. Really, really easy. And I'll give you the measurements, but I will actually put this on my blog later too. So, what we have here is a 6 inch by 7 inch piece of cardstock. This is Melon Mambo. You're going to see a lot of Melon Mambo here. But anyway, what you're going to do first is score this with the 7 inches at the top. And I'll tell you why later. But you're going to score it at 1 inch. So that's your first, that's 1 inch. That's going to be your tab right there. Then you score it 1.5 inches because it's 1.5 inches high. At 2.5, at 4, at 5.5, and that leaves you one extra 1.5 inch block to make it a rectangular box. Then what we are going to do is we are going to score this one at, okay, we're going to score it at 1 inches and at 5 inches. So this is the 6 inch side at the top. So you've got a 1 inch margin on each side. Then what you're going to do yet is at the 1/2 inch mark, you're going to score with, and this is with the 1 inch space at the top. With the 1/2 inch, you're going to score it down to your second score line. And you're going to do it on the other side too. 1/2 inch in, which is at 5.5 inches. Score it down to the second score line. And that's really all you need your scoring tool for. So what I'm going to do next is cut my cardstock, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to cut the inside score lines on both sides. So you're cutting on the long side. Don't cut on this side. You'll need that to fold it in. Okay, we're going to go like this. What I'm going to do next is, and I have a template already made because I don't know if you remember last week, but I folded it wrong. So we're going to fold it. I put the tape on the wrong side. So this is how we're going to do this. So you're going to cut this first tab out. So both of the little squares at the top on both sides. And then what I'm going to do is cut down at the 1/2 inch mark, the outside score line on both of these sides. And I've already got that in. And what I'm going to do next is use a bone folder, and I'm going to score these. So you want that. Then I'm also going to score these tabs. On both sides. And the only thing left to do after that is I'm going to miter these edges at the top for my tab. This is going to fold into the box. So what I'm going to do is cut a little diagonal triangle off the top. I'm going to do it on this side, on this little tab, and on that side. I'm going to do it on this side and that side. So there, I've got my box ready to go. And what I'm going to do next is add my tape. And I showed you where to put the tape here. On the middle, you're going to put it on the outside. This middle tab, you're going to put it on the outside. So I have my tear and tape here. Believe it or not, I might have all of my supplies next to me today, but we'll see. If I tend to go a little distant, it's probably because I realized that I forgot something. So there we go. And then we're going to actually flip this over. And you can see on here I put it on the inside tabs on the first box. So, and then what we're going to do is form the box. And it's really, really simple. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first do the middle. And I'm going to fold that to there, and there. And then I'm going to do this one. This is my, and the reason I'm doing this one last is because if you're looking at the box from the front, I want it to look nice and clean. So by doing it this way, it overlaps and it looks nice and clean from the front. So you don't see that seam. If you look from the back, you see the seam. But anyway, and then all I'm going to do is I can tuck these tabs in, and voila, got my box. The only thing that I did after that was I made a belly band. And I just took a piece of paper, a strip of scrap paper, and wrapped it around the box just to see how much I needed, where I needed it to be. But remember, we know that it is 1.5 inches square or wide on all four sides there. So you're thinking 1.5, that's going to be 6 inches, and you probably want an extra 1/2 inch. So you probably need 6.5 inches, and I believe that's 2 inches wide. And you can use any paper. And this is a fun, easy box. This is going to be great for Mother's Day. If you do it in Easter colors, it's going to be a great little Easter box for somebody, a little treat that you can put on the table with brunch or dinner, your Easter dinner. So my family will be seeing this for sure, but probably in Easter colors rather than, this is a little bit more like a birthday party, but it's still fun. So that's my box, and I'll put the measurements again on my blog so you can see that. And my last project is another quick and easy project. And I was going to do it in Coastal Cabana, but this is like a little fry box. But you know what I put in here? And I put in these little Merci chocolate bars. And Merci is usually found around Christmas time. I found it in Target. I found it in Market Basket around Christmas time. Fun chocolates. A whole bunch of them. They come in milk, they come in dark, and then they come in a variety. I believe this is a variety. I think I still have a box of milk left. But anyway, so I decided I was going to make this cute little box. And once again, I'm going to tell you how I made it. So this box, I've got my Stampin' Supplies next to me here. I'm sorry if I'm echoing on the table. I'm hoping next week to have a little bit more solid table, so we'll see. This was the Coastal Cabana that I didn't quite get to, but, well, we could do that actually right now. So I'm going to tell you how I did that. Oh yes, I do need the score tool again, the scoreboard. So what we're going to do here is, because we have two of the Merci bars, these chocolate bars, the two of them together, they're a 1/2 inch thick and they're 1.5 inches total wide. So I made my box. I figured out that it was going to be 1.5 inches wide, 3 inches high. Actually, I made the box 3¼ inches because the Merci bars are 3 inches. And then I'm going to show you how I did. So I did these measurements. Because they're a 1/2 inch thick, it's 2.5 inches wide. My cardstock here is 2.5 inches wide. Here, I'll do it here so you can see. I've already done a couple. The magic of television, and you know, because I'm Jeannie in a bottle and I'm magic, I can do anything I want ahead of time, right? So anyway, we are going to score this at the 1/2 inch mark on each side. So 1/2 inch, and because it's 2.5 inches wide, we're going to do it at the 2 inch mark. Then what I'm going to do is, I know that it's a 1/2 inch thick. We know that it's a 1/2 inch thick, and we know that I've got 3¼ inches that I've allowed for each side. So that means I have to do right in the middle, which is going to be 3 3/4. But because it's a 1/2 inch thick, I'm going to do it at 3.5. Nope, I'm going to do it at 3 1/4. I'm going to score at 3 1/4 and 3 3/4. And that's going to give me my 1/2 inch width. And all I'm going to do after that is cut this. You could miter those, but you really don't have to. You're not going to see them. So I'm going to take my, let's move this out of the way for a second. I'm going to use my bone folder again to score this. I'm scoring right here all of these tabs, and then I also want to score this tab and this tab. And then what I'm going to do is decide what my front is going to be. I have a piece of designer paper that I've already cut. This paper is 1 1/4 inches wide because my box width is 1.5, and I want a little edge around it. So anyway, if this is going to be my front, I'm going to put it right here. So let's put it right there. And then what I'm going to do is, because it's 1.5 inches wide, I'm going to take my 1.5 inch round punch, which I happen to have next to me, and I'm going to go in halfway. And because I'm turning this over, I have control over where my score lines are. If I was going to go in this far, it might be too, well, that's going to be about right. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to just punch that. It's not very thick, so it's easy to punch. And then what I'm going to do is add my tear and tape again. Because this is my front, I'm going to put it on the inside front edges because I want that nice clean edge that people are looking at. And I want the seam that hopefully they won't see, they won't turn it over, in the back. You know what I'm going to do too is just put a little tab there on each of these. Okay, now I'm getting all sticky here. But you know what we can do here? We're going to take this tab off and we can fold that in on itself. So what I'm going to do first is fold this. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Fold this in. And then I'm going to take off this, and this is going to make for my little box. And the only thing I have to do after that is just stamp a cute little tag. There we go. Here's my cute little box. Oh, see, now if you don't do it exactly in the middle, that's what it ends up looking like. Boy, and I thought I was on target here for everything, but I guess I didn't pay too much attention to my score line. I went over my score line and too deep. But anyway, this is going to go in here. Got my Merci bars that are going to fit perfectly in there. Tuck them in. And I've got some of my... Oh, you know what I used? Rather than the Granny Apple Green ribbon, I used some Pool Party shimmer ribbon because I love shimmer. I love glitz. I love rhinestones. I love Wink of Stella. All of that. And I have to tell you a little tool. Maybe I should tell you this before I keep going, but I bought this on Amazon. You know how sometimes you want to, you have to tie a little knot or a little bow? Well, I have this pair of pliers, tweezers, I should say, kind of reverse tweezers, and I go like that. I let that hold my thing nice and tight, and then what I do is I use that. Then I tie this and I slip that out, and usually this is pretty nice and tight. I've got my little ribbon. Cut off the tails there, nice and cute. And the only other thing I did was I stamped treats, and because it's a clear stamp, don't forget you're going to want to stamp on a mat. So I got my gorgeous grape ink pad, and I'm going to stamp this. Make sure it lights up and you can see that it's all covered with ink. And then I'm going to stamp this right there. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. And there's a matching framelit. But because of the magic of television and all my magic in my bottle, we don't need this because I've got it. So what I'm going to do is take a dimensional, stick this on here on my box, not upside down. Put that on here, and voila, there's my little Merci box. Let's use the one I did perfectly last night. There we go. Cute little favor. Now you do this for somebody special because the Merci bars are not exactly cheap, but they are so worth it. So go out and get some. See if you can find them. I'm sure Amazon carries them if you can't find it anywhere else. But anyway, so this paper, I hope you enjoy this suite. I'm going to be posting this live video. If I remember, I'm actually going to post it to YouTube today so everybody can see it. And on my blog, which is probably not going to be finished until tonight, I am going to actually update all of my projects. So I hope you enjoyed this. This is probably my favorite card. Share the video and I will send you one of these 3 cards. So thank you for joining me. Like me, see me. I will see you next Wednesday at 11 a.m. Have a wonderful day. And I have to say, right now it's sunny out. I'm so excited. I'm going to go take the dogs for a walk now. Love you guys. Have a great day. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to be able to finish this.